Okay, hey guys, it's Adrian, and I have another Otome video for you. Okay, so I'm trying to finish 9 rep before the end of the year. Any videos that get posted will be posted in the next year, but that's kind of my goal, is finish 9 rep. I had 3 routes. I finished Yukimaru, I finished Koharu, and then I have the god left, and that's going to be the next video. But today we're going to talk about Koharu. Who is Koharu? Koharu is the spirit of the spirit board thing, like a Ouija board, but like on a piece of paper essentially. Um yeah. So I don't mess with Ouija boards, to be real honest, guys. I do actually believe in ghosts. I believe in crazy things. I don't fuck with Ouija. So, not a fan of that. But I do like Koharu. He's a very nice spirit guide. Okay, now what route is he in? So again, 9 rep, 9 guys. I'm almost at the end. I'm excited. But the 9 guys are split across 4 routes. Koharu is in the 4th route, which is like called the spirit world. So, basically kind of like the different routes have different guys. Like the first 3 have 2, and then like some of them are ghost, but one, like half are ghost, and then there's like a demon in there, and then like a grim reaper, essentially, kind of, sort of. And now we're on the spirits. So the nice thing is, for the last 3 routes I've been working on, they all share the spirit common route. So once I did that once, it was pretty easy to move on to the next guys. Okay, but Koharu. So in the little spirit common route, how you meet Koharu is you are playing with the spirit board, you are asking questions, and then I think Yukimaru, who is another spirit in this common route, kind of freaks you out, and you let go of like the coin that you're using for the spirit board thing. And as part of the spirit board thing, you have to follow certain rules, and one of the rules is you cannot let go of the coin until you finish asking your questions, or else you will be haunted. So Koharu is haunting you, but not really. Okay, he really doesn't haunt you. He kind of just takes pity on you, and he's like, ah, gosh, I have to haunt this person. Now, him haunting you allows you to see him, which is nice. The other 2 spirits you're able to see because of like this spell thing that a priest at a local shrine did. He was tried to get rid of one of the spirits around you and instead made it so you could see them. So those 2 you can see because of different reasons. Koharu you can see as long as he haunts you. Character design, I like him. He's very purple coated. He's very purpley. I like purple. I think he looks nice. Design wise, purely design wise, I like him a lot better than Yukimaru. He's probably one of the top guys I like personally. Minami is still the top, which is kind of weird for me because he's on the short side and I like tall guys. Um, Koharu does fit the tall guy. His personality wise is he's a little bit of a tsundere. He doesn't really exactly want to admit that he likes you, but he falls for you like really hard and fast and just doesn't admit it. But you can tell. He's also very sweet. He's very caring. He's a good cook. He's trying to help you with your like life problem, which your life problem is the same in pretty much every common route, and that is you're like 17, 16, and you don't know what you're going to do for like college and the rest of your life. And in Japanese schools, they make you do these career surveys, and that seems kind of stressful. I mean, I remember in like 7th grade, I had a class and they were like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And this was a math class, so it was kind of weird. And then they were like, okay, you need to go look at what that salary makes and you need to budget and determine like what kind of house can you buy off of that budget? What kind of car can you get? Are you going to be able to afford to live any place? Granted, that was a while ago. It's not accurate, but that's about as close as I got in my school to actually like asking, what the fuck do you want to do with your life? Okay. And then I got to college and it's kind of worse because in college they're kind of paid to funnel you towards like anything. Okay. I did look out. Uh, I chose to be an engineer, and it's kind of interesting because like I chose to be an engineer for money because I want to be able to eat and have a place to live. And it's kind of interesting because this game is very much like follow your passion. And I'm like, if I had followed my passion, I'd be poor and I'd be broke because my passion is playing video games and not particularly popular video games. Um, anyway, so the main character, right? You're trying to figure out your life. Koharu is genuinely trying to help you figure out what to do with your life. He doesn't want to see you go down the path that your mom has set, which is medical school, which is actually a very good, it's a good career. Don't get me wrong. It makes a lot of money. You can help people, a lot of people, but it's not something the main character feels passionate about, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to spoil what she's passionate about. It is pretty much the same across all the routes, but it is nice to see the guys genuinely want to help her. Um, yeah. Okay. So eventually, of course, this is a route. The point is to get with the guy. He does kind of like figure out he likes you and he admits his feelings, but he's a little bit of sun. He's not like a tsundere, not like a hardcore one. To be honest, the routes in this game are fairly short. So, and this has been kind of, I guess my complaint with almost all the routes I've gone through is there's not a lot of character development going on like hardcore, just because like once you get past the common route and you really get the guy's route and like the little issue that pops up during his portion, it's just not very long, Frank. So personal opinion, and I'll talk about this more when I eventually talk about the game as a whole, but personal opinion is I really do wish the routes were longer. So far, my experience with the games that have 9 characters, I'd rather have 5. I'd rather have 4 or 5, to be honest. I'd rather have 4 or 5 and have longer routes than 9 with a bunch of shorter routes. That's just from my perspective. So I like Koharu. He's not like, I don't love him. He's not my favorite route. He's kind of up there, but it's still kind of the middle. Like Minami is my favorite. I like the kind of yanderes apparently. That's what I've learned this year. And then after that, I like the Sina and then Koyo, maybe Seiya. So maybe him after Seiya. Him and Seiya are kind of like a little bit tied because I liked Seiya's route better. I thought it was more interesting, but I like Koharu's design better and the way he looks better. So kind of mixed. Like so, and that is kind of like the thing. And I didn't talk about this in the Yukimaru route, but I do feel like the common route for the spirits is really kind of boring. I'm just gonna be frank. Like it's especially in comparison to like I did before doing this one, I did like the demon hell coming route with Seiya and Minami. That is just so interesting. Um, so yeah. So I like Koharu's route. It's okay. It's not amazing. It's not my favorite this route. Um, it's just okay. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it, but I'm not gonna put him as my top favorite. Okay. That is enough time. That's long enough. I'm rambling. That's it for this video. If you have watched it, I appreciate it. I would like and subscribe, please, and a comment. I would love to know if you've played 9-Rip and who your favorite is. I'm kind of curious. Going into 9-Rip, I did not expect Nami to be my favorite, but he is my favorite. So I would love to hear what yours is. Anyway, have a great day and bye-bye.